I didn't think we found a good rhythm with the ball in the first half. And we weren't being as aggressive as I would have liked us to be. In that 4-3-1-2, we have a numerical advantage in the middle of the park that we never took advantage of. And their pressure was getting to us early on, and they had the better of the game in the first half, I thought, which in a crowd of 50,000 people and at home, this is an electric attacking side of Atlanta, that when they smell blood, they become really hard to deal with. And I thought we withstood their wave. Their goal, I'll leave it up to, I know what I think, but I'll leave it up to others to say what needs to be said. But I feel bad for because he played an amazing game. Ozzy was outstanding, man of the match for me, and along with some other, but he was a beast all night long. But I thought our grinding nature was there to, and then I thought we made the right adjustment to go 4-2-3-1 and bring pacey wingers on. That gave us some stretch to the game and got us in some dangerous moments. And Pitar got his goal right when we went to the structure change. So that was a big tactical change that worked. And I thought that Kaiki came in and brought the game life and intensity and picked the level up. Julio and Brent, I thought the subs came in and ignited the game in all the right ways. And then again, in these types of games, the aerial assault starts to happen. And I thought, again, we were warriors in the box dealing with crosses and picking up seconds and giving ourselves up for the team and for the better. And, it was grinding out the point. I thought we actually could have stolen it. We could have stolen it late if we just had a little bit more quality on the break. And it just, credit to Moyamba, who's gets a toe in on Julio, who was clear in. If he misses him, he's putting that away. We're coming out here 2-1 winners. So, but I love how we battle. I love how we battle, and I love the mentality of the group and how we're growing and pushing each other. And again, it's not easy to win the road and get points on the road. So I'm really happy with our efforts and the team buy-in against away from home.
My last question, just going back to the late in this one, and in games kind of like this, it seems like even as a coach, you're evolving a little bit with this group of players, trying to find the balance between, hey, how much do we try to protect this point on the road, which is always valuable in this league, but also still have a sense of hunger to get forward to make something special happen. So how are you continuing to find the balance with this group of players as you face these late game situations?
I want them to, when it's time to go, you go. We can be in a 1-goal game. I don't care if you have that moment to go on the break and you go and attack, and we're not trying to conserve one. I mean, yeah, we want to be smart, but when there are moments there to take it and steal it, you go do it. Now I instill that aggression, that belief in these guys to do that. And we almost did it tonight, but I like where we're trending, man. I like where we're going. We've got to get some more fluidity with the ball and possession. And Julio's coming back from being out a long time, so this is his first minutes back. Kaiki's still filling himself through the league. Like every team is filling themselves out still in this first part of the season, and so you grind in a nature and try to pick up as many points before you become that fluid look of yourself. And we're becoming that. But we are becoming a team that believes, and that's what I appreciate the most in these guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Nathan, and thank you, Eric. That concludes tonight's press conference.
Oh, okay.
What do you got,
Yeah, I thought you were gonna let me go. Since there were just two of us, I didn't raise my hand.
Buzz, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Buzz Carrick, third degree to follow the official paradigm. Coach, in Irrigida, you obviously have a very demonstrative, very outspoken, vocal center back up there. Maybe the most loud or vocal guy, or obviously demonstrative guy you have. Is your whole defense sort of feeding off his mentality? Is it the way he expresses himself back there?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like his demonstrative. It's just his talent and his competitive nature and what he does back there. I mean, the guy is like, he needs to wear a fireman's hat, and his athleticism, his ability, his anticipation in space, his ability to move with pacey wingers and nines, like it's just high level. And yeah, I think his physical numbers are off the chart. He's got the numbers of a winger and interior midfielders. I mean, like the guy's intensity is incredible, and I've just loved watching him grow. And I think as he gets to know this league, he's only going to get better and better, which is even more scary to think about. So I think guys are feeding off of him. I think guys are loving him. He's an amazing teammate, and the guy is consistent every single game. He's that, and that's all you can ask for as a coach.
From listening to you for a few games now, and it seems like, as you've said, I think the 4-2-3-1 is probably your more interesting formation, the one you'd like to do more. And it's the one you went to in the latter third of this game. Could you talk a little bit about what you like about it, maybe even particularly in this game, or what you think it could really do for you going forward?
It just for me like stretches the game and really when you're trying to when sit low and protect space in behind yourself, with that two front, guys are playing back to goal and they're not really getting out in wide areas facing where they can stretch and get in behind back lines, and so you're kind of being suffocated if you're not getting quality sort of rondos out of like the turnover when you turn people over, and we were just getting stuck. We couldn't get out of our own way, and I feel like the wingers brought width to the game. And you have to respect the pace of Bernard. You got to respect the pace of Julio. So that back line is they're not going to be as overly aggressive as they are maybe with a two front and a 4-3-1-2, where they feel like they can suffocate you a bit because you're not facing them and you're not they feel a little more secure there. So I thought it brought a little bit more fear to the back line of Atlanta, and it paid off. I thought we were really dangerous once we went to it for the last 35 minutes.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Buzz, and thank you, Eric. That'll conclude tonight's post-game press conference.
Thanks,
Now,
guys.